In a world that's constantly talking, we often forget the profound power of silence. But what if I told you that true attraction doesn't come from loud words or flashy gestures? It comes from the quiet strength of your presence, an essence that captures attention without saying a word. Today, we're diving into the wisdom of Stoicism, exploring how you can harness the art of silent attraction to not only stand out but to leave a lasting impression. It's not about being the loudest person in the room, but the most authentic and intentional. Stick with me as we unravel these powerful Stoic principles and learn how to become irresistibly magnetic without uttering a single word. 1. Introduction to Silent Attraction. In a world where we're constantly told to speak up, stand out, and make our voices heard, there's something incredibly powerful about silence. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that still speaks to us today, teaches us that true attraction doesn't always come from what we say, it comes from who we are when we're not speaking at all. Imagine walking into a room and suddenly all eyes are on you, not because you're the loudest or the flashiest, but because there's something about your presence that draws people in, something they can't quite put their finger on. That, my friend, is the art of silent attraction. Think about it, how often have you been in the presence of someone who didn't need to talk to command attention? They didn't have to announce their worth, they didn't have to prove anything. Just their being, their calm and collected nature, spoke volumes. This is the essence of Stoic charm, being so grounded in who you are that your mere presence becomes magnetic. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers, but about being deeply aligned with your own sense of purpose, values, and inner peace. This quiet confidence invites others to come closer, to be curious about you, because they sense there's more beneath the surface. Imagine how different your interactions would be if you didn't have to constantly explain yourself, or convince others of your worth. What if, instead, you just showed up as you are? Stoicism reminds us that when we embrace who we truly are, without pretension or the need to please, we create a space where authenticity can shine. This silent strength doesn't shout for attention, it quietly commands respect and trust. It's about letting go of the need to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be, and just being comfortable in your own skin. This idea doesn't just apply to how we carry ourselves in the world, it affects everything from our body language to the way we engage in conversations. A calm, assured posture can say more than any words ever could. Think about the last time you spoke to someone who had a genuine presence. They didn't need to over-explain themselves or boast about their accomplishments. They just stood there, confident in who they were, and you couldn't help but listen. That's the kind of attraction Stoicism teaches us to cultivate. It's the subtle art of showing up as your best self, without trying to be someone else. So, next time you feel the pressure to speak louder, to stand out in a crowded room, take a moment to embrace the silence. Lean into your own authenticity. Let your calm, collected energy be the thing that speaks volumes. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Don't try to convince the world that you're valuable, just be, and let your silent strength draw the right people to you. 2. Authenticity. Authenticity is the essence of true attraction. The Stoics understood this deeply. When you are truly yourself, without pretense, you radiate a quiet power that draws people in. It's not about fitting into the mold of what society expects or trying to be something you're not. It's about embracing every part of yourself, your quirks, your passions, your vulnerabilities, and letting them shine. Think about the people you're naturally drawn to. It's not because they're perfect or always have the right words. It's because they are unapologetically themselves, and that's magnetic. When you embrace your authenticity, you stop seeking approval from others. You stop changing yourself to fit someone else's idea of who you should be. Instead, you become deeply connected to your own values and beliefs, which creates a genuine connection with others. For example, someone who is passionate about their work or hobbies, without the need for constant validation, is often the person people want to be around. Their enthusiasm is contagious because it's real, not forced. Authenticity also means being open about your vulnerabilities. Far from being a weakness, vulnerability is a strength that fosters deeper, more meaningful relationships. When you allow yourself to be imperfect and show your true self, you create space for others to do the same. Think about the people who make you feel safe enough to open up. They're not the ones who hide behind a mask of perfection, but the ones who are willing to be real with you. That's the kind of connection the Stoics valued. Being authentic doesn't mean sharing every detail of your life with everyone. It means being true to who you are and showing up consistently as that person, regardless of the circumstances. Whether it's in a casual conversation or a high-pressure situation, when you stay aligned with your true self, you naturally attract people who resonate with you. It's like a magnet for like-minded individuals, all drawn to your authenticity. So, remember, authenticity is your superpower. Stop trying to be what others want you to be, and embrace what makes you unique. When you do, you'll find that the right people are drawn to you effortlessly. As the Stoics taught, live in harmony with your true nature, and the world will respond to that truth with respect and admiration. 3. Style and appearance. Stoicism teaches us to live with intention in all areas of our lives, and that includes how we present ourselves to the world. It's not about following fleeting trends or trying to impress others with flashy clothes. Instead, it's about aligning our style and appearance with our true selves. When you dress in a way that reflects who you are, it sends a powerful message that you're comfortable in your own skin and confident in your identity. Think about it this way: have you ever worn something that just felt right? When you wear clothes that resonate with your personality and values, there's an undeniable shift in how you carry yourself. It's as though your external appearance finally matches your internal sense of self. You don't need to shout for attention or try too hard to be noticed. Your style speaks volumes without you saying a word. That's the quiet power of authenticity at work. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters, and the way we dress is an extension of that mindset. It's not about chasing approval from others or fitting into a particular mold, it's about being true to yourself. Whether it's a simple, timeless look or something a bit more daring, your clothing should reflect your values and make you feel confident, not self-conscious. When your appearance aligns with your inner self, you naturally become more attractive to others because you exude a sense of calm and self-assurance. Style, in this context, isn't about impressing others, it's about self-expression. It's a form of nonverbal communication, allowing others to see who you are before you even speak. Think of it as an invitation for people to get to know you better. When your style is authentic, it becomes a natural extension of your personality. You stop thinking about what others will think and instead focus on how your clothes make you feel. That's when true attractiveness shines through. So, next time you think about your wardrobe, ask yourself, does this reflect who I am? Is it aligned with my true self, my values, and the way I want to present myself to the world? When you embrace your own unique style, rooted in authenticity, you'll find that you don't need to try to impress anyone. Your confidence and self-assuredness will do all the work for you. And that's the essence of Stoic beauty: quiet, intentional, and true to yourself. 4. Body language. Stoicism teaches us that our actions and behaviors speak just as loudly as our words. This includes the subtle but powerful signals we send through body language. Whether we realize it or not, the way we carry ourselves, our posture, our eye contact, our gestures, reveals a lot about our internal state. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate self-awareness, not just of our thoughts, but of our body's role in communicating confidence and respect to others. Imagine walking into a room. Without saying a word, you stand tall with your shoulders back, your head held high. It's not about looking stiff or overly formal, it's about showing yourself the respect you deserve. Good posture sends an immediate message of self-assurance. It shows that you're grounded, present, and ready to engage with the world around you. It's a simple act that reflects a deep understanding of your own worth, something Stoics value deeply. Eye contact is another powerful tool. When you make sincere eye contact, it conveys confidence and attentiveness. It's a way of saying, I'm here with you, and I value this interaction. Stoicism teaches us to engage fully with others, and eye contact is a nonverbal way of honoring that connection. It shows you're not distracted by your surroundings but focused on the present moment and the person in front of you. Gestures also matter. A warm, open gesture, like a friendly smile or a welcoming wave, can break the ice and create an instant bond. Stoicism emphasizes sincerity in all things, and gestures should reflect that. Whether it's offering a handshake, nodding in agreement, or simply leaning in slightly during a conversation, these small but intentional actions show that you respect the person you're engaging with. When we align our body language with our inner values of respect, confidence, and presence, we naturally draw others in. We stop focusing on how we appear and instead allow our body to communicate who we truly are. Stoicism teaches that when our external actions reflect our internal virtues, we become magnetic in a silent, powerful way, creating connections that are genuine, effortless, and lasting. 5. The power of fragrance. In Stoicism, every detail of our lives holds meaning, and this includes something as seemingly simple as the fragrance we wear. A carefully chosen scent isn't just about smelling good, it's about aligning our external presentation with our internal values, creating an invisible aura that enhances our identity. Stoics encourage intentionality in every aspect of life, urging us to choose what resonates with who we are, rather than following fleeting trends or external expectations. Imagine walking into a room and the scent that follows you leaves an impression long after you've passed. It's not overpowering, but subtle, a reflection of your true self. This scent becomes part of your identity, an extension of your personality that others can associate with you. Just as Stoicism emphasizes living authentically, choosing a fragrance that aligns with your character can help communicate your essence without uttering a word. The key is intentionality. When you select a fragrance, you're not just picking something that smells nice, you're choosing a scent that reflects your values, your mood, and even your aspirations. Are you calm and composed, perhaps leaning toward a fresh, clean scent that represents clarity and peace? Or are you bold and adventurous, selecting something with a richer, deeper aroma to match your confidence? Stoicism teaches us that the things we choose, whether it's clothing, style, or even fragrance, should reflect our inner journey and principles. Scent, like other nonverbal cues, communicates on a deeper level. It's an act of mindfulness, choosing something that feels true to your essence. It becomes an extension of your presence, something that's uniquely yours. And just like any Stoic practice, it's about balance. We don't want to overwhelm others with our fragrance, instead, we aim for a scent that's subtle, inviting, and reflective of our true nature. By choosing a fragrance intentionally, we practice the Stoic virtue of moderation, letting the scent linger without forcing it upon others. It's not about impressing anyone, but about expressing your true self through a powerful yet quiet signal. This approach to fragrance, like all Stoic practices, helps us remain true to who we are, letting our authenticity shine in even the smallest of details. 6. Social graces and manners. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our actions toward others should be grounded in respect, kindness, and empathy. It's not about simply following social protocols or saying the right thing, it's about genuinely engaging with others in a way that reflects our inner values. When we practice good manners, we're not just adhering to social norms, we are showing deep respect for the people around us, making them feel heard, valued, and understood. This is the kind of silent attraction that Stoicism encourages, an attractive presence that speaks louder than any words could. Think about the last time someone truly listened to you. Not just nodding along, but fully present, engaged, and attentive to every word. It's rare in a world that's often distracted, yet it's an incredibly powerful form of connection. Stoics emphasize the importance of mindfulness and presence in our interactions. When we actively listen and engage with empathy, we create a safe, supportive environment where trust can flourish. This connection, built on mutual respect, becomes magnetic, it's a presence that draws people in without effort. Offering support in times of need is another way Stoic philosophy shows us the power of social graces. It's about extending kindness and understanding to others, not because it's expected, but because it aligns with our values. Imagine a simple gesture of support, whether it's offering a word of encouragement, a helping hand, or just a kind smile. These acts of care are not just polite, they're deeply impactful, creating lasting bonds and making us memorable in the eyes of those we interact with. When we live with intention, our manners and social graces become an extension of who we are. Stoicism doesn't just encourage polite behavior, it invites us to approach each interaction with integrity and respect. The more we embody these virtues, the more we cultivate an attractive presence, one that naturally draws people to us because they feel valued in our company. The Stoic practice of social grace isn't about impressing others or seeking validation. It's about creating meaningful connections through genuine kindness and empathy. By investing in these small but significant acts, we build relationships that transcend superficial exchanges, leaving a lasting impression on those around us. 7. Being present. Stoicism teaches us the transformative power of being present in every moment. In a world that constantly pulls our attention in multiple directions, the Stoic practice of mindfulness encourages us to focus on the here and now. Being present means giving our full attention to the person in front of us, not distracted by past regrets or future worries. It's about engaging with life as it happens, with the full depth of our senses and emotions. When we do this, we create richer, more meaningful connections with others. Think about the last time someone truly gave you their undivided attention. Maybe they listened without interruption, made eye contact, and responded thoughtfully. You could probably feel the depth of that interaction. It wasn't just a conversation, it was an exchange of energy. This is the power of being fully present. Stoics knew that when we engage with life and people with our full attention, we not only enrich our relationships but also develop a greater appreciation for the world around us. Being present doesn't just apply to conversations, it shapes every interaction we have. Whether we're working, spending time with loved ones, or even taking a quiet walk, the act of being fully engaged with the moment enhances our experience and our presence. It's like we're tuning into a frequency that allows us to connect more authentically with others. This kind of mindfulness invites people into our world in a way that feels natural and genuine. By choosing to be present, we create an atmosphere where others feel truly seen and valued. It's in those moments, when we're not distracted by our phones or lost in thought, that we build trust, foster empathy, and establish deeper bonds. So, how do we apply this in daily life? Start by practicing active listening, really hearing what others are saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Give your full attention to the task at hand, whether it's a conversation, a project, or even a quiet moment of reflection. In doing so, you cultivate a presence that speaks volumes without needing to say a word. 8. Vulnerability and mystery. Stoicism teaches us that vulnerability, when practiced thoughtfully, has a profound power to connect us with others. But there's also an intriguing element of mystery that the Stoics embraced. Instead of revealing everything about ourselves up front, they recognize that selectively sharing our story invites curiosity and allows our depth to unfold naturally over time. This approach doesn't just captivate, it draws people in, making our presence even more magnetic. Think about the most intriguing people you've met, they're not necessarily the ones who share every detail of their life at once. Often, it's the ones who hold back just a little, who leave space for curiosity, who make you want to know more. That sense of mystery creates an air of intrigue and draws others in, compelling them to engage with you on a deeper level. It's not about hiding who you are, but about revealing your complexity gradually, letting people discover the layers of your personality as time goes on. Vulnerability, when done with intention, shows others that we're real and human. It's the courage to open up, to share our true selves, even with the risk of being misunderstood. But Stoicism teaches us to do this selectively, with self-control. When we choose what to reveal and when to reveal it, we maintain control over how our story unfolds. It's a delicate balance between openness and mystery, enough to let others in, but not so much that we lose our sense of self. This practice deepens relationships because it allows others to feel like they are part of a journey, uncovering the richness of who you are piece by piece. It builds a connection based not on surface-level interactions, but on shared experiences, shared growth, and mutual discovery. Over time, that sense of mystery and vulnerability makes our presence not just noticeable, but magnetic. It's a subtle art that invites people to draw closer, to understand us more deeply, and to engage with us in ways that feel authentic and meaningful. So, how can we apply this to our own lives? Start by embracing the beauty of being selectively open. Share your thoughts, but hold space for mystery. Let your story unfold at its own pace, and allow others to become curious about what makes you, you. As you practice this, you'll find that your presence becomes more magnetic, not through force, but through the quiet power of self-awareness, vulnerability, and mystery. 9. Compassion. Compassion is at the heart of Stoicism, deeply rooted in empathy and understanding. The Stoics believe that true connection with others comes from a place of care, and when we show genuine concern for those around us, we naturally draw people toward us. It's not about grand gestures or trying to fix everything. Sometimes, just offering a listening ear or a simple act of kindness can have a profound impact. Think about the people who make you feel truly seen and heard. It's often not the ones who offer advice right away or try to solve your problems, but those who simply listen with empathy and without judgment. Compassion allows us to connect with others on a deeper, more human level. When we extend kindness and offer our support, we create an environment where trust and warmth can grow, and that warmth makes us irresistibly attractive. Stoicism teaches us to embrace compassion not just as an action, but as a mindset, approaching others with understanding and a genuine desire to help. This mindset transforms how we interact with the world. Instead of seeing people through the lens of their flaws or problems, we learn to see them as fellow human beings, each facing their own challenges. This awareness fosters a deeper level of connection, allowing us to form more meaningful, lasting relationships. Compassion also requires vulnerability, the ability to open our hearts to others without expecting anything in return. When we offer our support, we do so not from a place of obligation but from a true desire to make a difference in someone's life. This selfless nature attracts people because it reflects integrity and genuine care. It's the kind of warmth and authenticity that people naturally gravitate toward. So, how can we integrate compassion into our lives? Start by being present for others, offering your time, attention, and support without expecting anything in return. Practice empathy, understand that everyone is fighting their own battles. And most importantly, let your compassion come from a place of sincerity, not obligation. In doing so, you'll create connections that go beyond surface-level interactions, forming bonds that are built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Compassion, in its truest form, not only makes others feel valued but also enhances our own sense of connection and fulfillment. 10. Self-care and independence. Self-care and independence are foundational principles in Stoicism, emphasizing the importance of nurturing both our physical and mental well-being. Stoicism teaches that by taking care of ourselves, we build the inner strength and resilience needed to live authentically. When we prioritize self-care, we're not indulging in selfishness or vanity. Instead, we're honoring our responsibility to be our best selves. This practice ensures that we are fully equipped to face life's challenges with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Think about it, you can't pour from an empty cup. When we neglect our own needs, whether physical, emotional, or mental, we eventually become depleted, and our ability to connect with others or contribute meaningfully to the world diminishes. Self-care, in the Stoic sense, is about replenishing that cup. It means taking time for rest, reflection, and nourishing our bodies and minds so we can engage with life more fully. It's about making choices that serve our long-term well-being, even if they require short-term sacrifice or discipline. Independence, in Stoicism, is not about isolation, it's about developing the confidence and inner fortitude to stand on our own 2 feet. It's about understanding that while we can form relationships and rely on others, our happiness and peace of mind ultimately come from within. Building independence means trusting our own judgment, making decisions aligned with our values, and taking responsibility for our actions. It's the foundation for living authentically and with purpose, unshaken by the opinions or expectations of others. In our fast-paced world, where external validation and instant gratification often dominate, Stoicism reminds us that true strength lies in self-sufficiency. It's about building the discipline to do what's necessary for our growth, even when it's uncomfortable. Practicing self-care and cultivating independence creates a sense of freedom, where we are not dependent on external circumstances to determine our worth. By prioritizing self-care and building independence, we not only become more resilient but also more capable of connecting with others in meaningful ways. When we take the time to care for ourselves, we are better able to show up for others, to be present, and to contribute in ways that are aligned with our true selves. Stoicism teaches us that by focusing on our own well-being, we not only enrich our own lives but also the lives of those around us. To wrap up, silent attraction is about embracing the Stoic teachings of authenticity, mindfulness, and self-discipline. When you align your actions with your values and let your true self shine through, your presence speaks volumes. It's not about impressing others or seeking approval, it's about cultivating a quiet confidence that naturally draws people in. If you're ready to embody these principles and make a lasting impact, start living intentionally today. Remember, your silence is your strength, and when you live authentically, you'll become a magnetic force without even trying. If you found this exploration of Stoic silent attraction valuable, don't forget to subscribe and join our community. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more empowering insights. Leave a comment below, what Stoic principle will you start applying today? Let's connect and continue growing together on this journey to personal transformation.